Well, here we are, Thursday morning by natural light. Thursday, the 3rd of May, 2018. So, yesterday I had a more or less 3 hour adventure visiting three groceries, visiting three food stores, Fisher Paradis for sashimi, but I forgot to buy wasabi. Fortunately, I have a can of wasabi powder. I think it's 2% wasabi or 5%. I don't know, but it's like heroin. it's been filled with other drugs. Which reminds me of the Japanese restaurant where I asked about toro, this fat belly tuna or whatever special. He says, no, it's too expensive. We can't, our clientele won't pay for it. Anyway, I was a little ticked off by the fact that they've removed another cigarette from the €8 package. It's now 27 instead of 28, which brings to mind wartime and prison economy. Maybe that's what's going on. But in wartime or prison economy, where bread is no longer money, sadly there have been occasions on which that was the case, or is at least supplemented by cigarettes. And one pictures customs agents extracting one cigarette from each package as their as their rightful bribe. And then after that, I can picture that the packager says, hey, we'll do better if we just take one out and give them one package for every 19 that we bring through. Smart. So that's what the Regierung is doing to us these days, is extracting one more cigarette. Pre-extracting. I mean, you've got to keep the price the same, partly because of automats. You can buy a pack of cigarettes for whatever it is, €6 or something. And that price should stay stable. So the way to inflate is to remove a cigarette from the package before it's packaged. Anyway, big fucking deal. So, I mean, also these packages have these terroristic, these horrific Stichwörter and photographs of babies smoking or people dying and whatever. Rauchen ist tödlich. Well, okay. A little bit of kind-hearted terrorism isn't the worst thing, even though one thinks that, well, adults should be subject to reasoned argument or whatever. Yeah, good luck. Just like me. Oh, you should stop smoking. Oh, yeah, right. Thanks for the advice, Doc. Ah, well. I'm not planning to live forever. And living is variously uncomfortable and comfortable, and on rare occasions intriguing. But I was up for almost 3 hours, out for almost 3 hours in using public transport to shop at three different places. Sashimi, suluguni, that's what I call it. I don't know where I got that, but it's Turkish cheese, kind of round. I think I talked about that already. And then, I got asparagus, so I'm going to have that. And I made pizza bread with the last remains of the Neuerting or Alterting Wurzelbrot that had become Pflichtessen. The first few slices I really enjoy with lots of butter, and then a toast or two, and then French toast for two, and then there's this big chunk left. I thought, hey, pizza brot. Well, I make good sauce. So my sauce and crumbled cheeses. Oh, and salami, the name of which I sometimes can't recall. Anyway, as what Daddy called this, or is at least like what Daddy called summer sausage. Anyway, I thought I'd chat a little. It's been low battery for quite a while. This will probably just end. But I've done some stretching. Watched a second video of what I paid 51 and something euros for. Sucker that I am, leaving no stone unturned, being sucked in by horrendous American advertising bullshit, full of testimonials and everything. Anyway, I bought this DVD and downloads of the same stuff, and I've learned a stretch or two, and I'll do some more, but I'm too lazy to follow this shit, that seem to be actually very useful. So I will pursue that a little further, which brings to mind the, I believe, Gurdjieff tiny tale vignette of, I think, a Kurd, in any case a rough backlander, unfamiliar with the ways of the city, who comes into a market and sees beautiful red fruits and says, I've got to have those. So he buys a bunch and takes his first bite, and they are hot peppers. Tears streaming down his face. But he eats them all because he paid for them. Interesting principle. So I've paid for this set of exercise videos for how to manage and cure back pain, and first reports is that it's got some value. I think I'd better concentrate a little bit and do some of the stuff that's being recommended, having already done one particular exercise that really does seem to be helpful. So, onward and upward. 9 minutes and 52 seconds. So I can be up now probably 90% of the time. And in the moment, I don't have a need to lie down, but it is comfortable. It is comfortable, and I don't have to stretch and wiggle and shit to make it stay comfortable. Although I will do a little bit of an exercise that I discovered for myself that kind of twists the back a little bit. Anyway, what we old folks focus on. Yes, besides that, there's the elimination issue, and that issue resolved itself very nicely today without without bodily damage, without any bodily harm. Very nice. So I feel like I've paid my debt for the day, returning solid waste to the environment. And I've eaten most of the second half of the pizza brot. I had the first half last night. It's not great, but I think I learned a little bit of a lesson that the hard Italian cheese, whatever it might be, that I ground up very fine and added to the system after I had applied sauce, salami, mozzarella, crumbled mozzarella, and I added this powdered cheese, and it got very brown very quickly. So next time round, if I don't mix them better, I'll just put the spicy powdered cheese right onto the sauce and just let it be. And let the mozzarella brown and bubble, and I love extra cheese. Which reminds me of poor old Moo, the programmer who really failed to be of any help in the voice store and forward system development. In any case, Moo, a programmer who had been brilliant and had a stroke and retired and was no longer capable, and loved much more to visit garage sales than to actually concentrate on the requirements for the potential software. In any case, every time I added a constraint or gave more information, really, about what the system needed to do, the software system running on a PDP-11 and managing all of the record packs and input-output signals and so forth. Anyway, whenever I added a bit of information about what was appropriate and needed in this system, Moo would say, "That makes the cheese more binding. That makes the cheese more binding." So yes, so I have a very strong image or whatever of cheese being binding, like inhibiting the regular expulsion of solid wastes. That makes the cheese more binding. Oh, 15 minutes. Well, that's long enough. I'm not going to wait for the battery to die. I just say goodbye.